hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're just joining the Limassol to Paphos highway and we're heading in the direction of downtown Paphos and we're heading off to Tala. So if you want to see the beauty and the spectacality and the blueness in and around downtown Paphos, don't click off just yet. This is the Limassol to Paphos highway. Paphos is but 8 kilometers, so that's around about 4.5 to 5 miles away in English money. And one thing's for sure, the sun is glistening down in downtown Paphos. We are having a spectacality of a month of October. The temperature, if you're curious to know, at 10:30 in the morning is 28 degrees. Humidity is low, there's a slight breeze. Wow, it doesn't get much better. If you're looking for a spectacality of a place indeed to come to for a week, a fortnight, or perhaps even the rest of your life, why not get yourself on a big bird or a canoe? Start paddling like crazy. Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, we are waiting especially for you. As we go over the top of this crest coming up, you are going to get a beautiful view over the rooftops of Midtown and all the way to downtown Paphos and out into the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Even the lorries in Cyprus are blue. Everyone understands that blue is a great colour indeed, except for cars. When it comes to cars, they should always be in black, because black cars just look that little bit more, what's the word, gangstery or presidential-y maybe, who knows. But I do like a black car, and as you can see, it's pretty clean. It's been washed again today. And here's a little story for you. The other day, when we were doing the rain videos, if you remember, I went and got the car washed because it looked as though it was going to be dry. So I had it washed, and as I drove out of the car wash, the heavens opened up. So that was a waste of 10 euros. But there you go. A couple of hours later, I went back and got it washed again, because I do like to have a clean car. Unfortunately, now and again, it does get dirty due to the weather, but of course there's always a car wash somewhere, or there's always a bag of cleaning things in the boot of my car, so of course I can clean my car. As Lady Ali understands, and of course Sir Neil, it's always nice to have a good clean front end and a good clean rear end, especially if you're driving in and around downtown Bayer. Anyway, there's the view that you were promised. And that is quite simply a view to die for. That is a view across the rooftops of downtown and midtown Paphos and out into the abyss and the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, big shout out to some of the guys who like to come back now and again and watch the little channel known as Marika and me. Miss Labika, thank you very much for coming back. Miss Marika, thanks very much for coming back. Miss Kirstine, well actually she's a lady now and she lives in downtown Glasgow, and of course she is one of our latest superstar members, and we thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts. Now on that note, if you want to keep the channel afloat, if you want to keep us driving around, if you want to keep us chuchka dancing in and around Paphos, all you gotta do is hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, totally safe, totally secure, where you can choose to buy us that magic virtual coffee, or 2 or 3 if your name's Debbie Llewellyn. Thank you very much indeed, and of course we'll be supping on those lattes, thinking of you very soon indeed. But you can also choose to become one of our superstar members, and like I say, a big thank you to Lady Kirstine all the way in downtown Glasgow. She's the latest superstar. Of course there's many more. If your name's Sir Michael, there's a girl in your life called Lady Victoria. We thank you very much. If your name's Sir Bernie and there's a beauty in your life known as Lady Jan, we thank you. All you have to do is click through to the Buy Me a Coffee platform. You've got support, that's where you purchase a virtual coffee for us, and you've got the membership where you choose to become a superstar member at only 10 euros a month. Special shout out, special title, and of course you will get yourself that little bit closer to Marika and me. Big shout out now to the girl in charge of the show. She's in downtown Hartlepool. She's been a little bit unwell, but we know she's on the road to recovery and she's feeling much, much better indeed. And she's thinking about going into Chuchka dancing in the downtown Hartlepool Marina with Sir Peter and, of course, with the dog called Purdy. A big, big shout out to Dayman, and we wish you a very, very good weekend indeed. Who else can we shout out to? Let's have a quick think. Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline. And of course, Lord Nigel of the Big Guns. They're coming to Paphos very, very soon indeed. And a rumour has it that there's two guys from downtown Cardiff coming as well. You never know. Sir Jeremy, well, he's a lord actually now, isn't it? Hello, we may have to demote him to janitor again. We'll have to have a word with his brother, Lord Simon. The rumour has it Lord Simon and Lord Jeremy are coming to Paphos, so drop in those comments and let us know. Are you going to come and do the Chuchka dance in some blonde wigs, in some high heels in downtown Paphos? Let us know. We're looking forward to it. Where are we? Anavargos Fountain Roundabout, and it's shooting its stuff all over the place. That's what it's doing, and we're going to keep heading up through Anavargos up towards Trimark Motors, and we're going to head up towards Masoi, and then of course at the traffic lights at the top of that road where there's a Papa Antonio bakery and the Atlas coffee shop, we're going to take a left, head out through Tremapusa and up towards Tala. That's where we're going on this little episode of Marika and me. So if you want to see a nutcase driving in and around Paphos, don't forget to come back for Mr. Paul's Breakfast Club. We're on every single day and we're always travelling somewhere in and around Paphos. Sometimes we go further afield, you never know. We might be up in the Troodos one of these days doing a bit of skiing around in the Jag, or we might do some Chuchka dancing on the Coral Bay Beach, especially for the superstars known as Lady Ali and of course Sir Neil. Now, big shout out to a young lady who likes to buy a Breitling watch or two, and she also likes to do a little bit of hypnotherapy. And of course there's a man in her life who likes to monkey around with a Big Mac or an Apple Mac, whichever it is, I don't know. Anyway, big shout out, a very, very Calimera to Lady Heather and of course to Sir Steve. We hope that you're having a great weekend indeed, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the summer, which is not that far away, by the way. People seem to think it is. Well, Christmas is getting in the way, isn't it? And then along comes January and February, those gloomy-ish months, and then, hey, all of a sudden the summer is upon us and people start getting on the internet and they start booking those special holidays. Hopefully you're all going to come to Paphos and see us again, although we don't mind if you defect now and again and pop over to somewhere else. I don't know, like what, Fethia in Turkey. That looks like a nice place, by the way. Marmaris, maybe that's a nice place, but afterwards you'll probably come back and see us in downtown Paphos. This is a new roundabout here, by the way, to alleviate the congestion to the international school. That's the building that's just over there on the right hand side, because obviously at those dropping off times and collecting times it was a bit chaotic. To be honest, it's not much better with the roundabout, because as tradition goes in downtown Cyprus, you don't have to stop at a roundabout, you just block it up. There you go. But it is better, shall we say. What they really should have done is put up a set of traffic lights, but of course, as tradition goes in Cyprus, guess what? They just block them up. So, or go through them on red if you're an idiot in a black Jag. There we go. Obviously, Lady Andrea is keeping her eye on me, and Sir Marty is driving around Northwich. Northwich? No, that's in Cheshire. No, Norwich is where they're driving around. All around Norwich. Day and night, hunting down the new McFlurries and the McDonald's. I don't know if the Apple one I don't think sounds that nice. The Twix one. Did you see that coming the other way, guys? Did you see that? That was LBR 303. That was the old S-Class which I sold to a gentleman, and he was looking quite chuffed as he was coming the other way. And you know what? I do miss that car. I really, really do. What can I say? There you go. I love my Jag, don't get me wrong. Sir Lee, Lady Vicky, and of course a big Calimera to their princess and our princess, Princess Layla. I do love the Jag, don't get me wrong, but I still do miss that S-Class, because I do like an S-Class. to word with our Lady Anna Superstar, my lawyer, and see if we can find a legality in the contract and perhaps get him to give me back for less than he paid me. What do you think, Lady Anna Star? You're the greatest lawyer in the world. Go and see if we can get my old S-Class back for a lot less than I actually sold it for. There we go. Or you never know, we may go and hunt down a newer S-Class and it may appear on the channel. You never know. You never know, do you? But I do love my Jag, I do. If only I was a rich man and could afford to have 3 or 4 different cars that I actually liked. I mean, I've got about 12 cars, but they're not cars that I like. They're cars that we loan to customers and things like that. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to have this Jag, an S-Class, a Bentley Bentayga, a Bentley Flying Spur, a Bentley GT Continental? Come on, Andrew, win that lottery. Come on, Sir Philip up in Camaras, win that lottery. And let's get these cars bought, and then I can road test them in and around the road surfaces of downtown Paphos. But what a view, look at that. There's certainly a lot of blueness in the sky tonight. And tonight? No, in the morning. We're in the morning. People think I'm lying to them. It's 21 minutes to 11 in the morning. And these lights have gone to red. Here we are, we're at the top of Masoi. We've got the Papa Antonio Bakery coffee shop on our left-hand side. And we're going to take a left into the area known as Tremathusa, which lots of foreigners live in. And of course, if you understand the area, most of them have got a spectacular view because it's on like a plinth above Paphos. And if you've got a 2-story house or you live in an apartment complex, you do get a great view out across the rooftops of Midtown and downtown Paphos and out into the abyss of the blue Mediterranean Sea. So we're heading into Tremathusa, as the sign suggests, but we're not going to turn actually into the village. We're going to keep going straight because we're heading up to Tala. That's where we're going. But that reminds me, on the way back, we're going to do a bit of debt collection in downtown Tremathusa. So luckily, we've got a couple of mallets to hand and a balaclava. So if those boys from down Cardiff are coming, there's always plenty of work to be done. There's always money to be collected, and most people like to pay up. But now and again, you do need a couple of big guys with muscles, yes, and bald heads. That would make 3 of us, 3 triplets walking around, beating people to get money. It's all about the money, isn't it? There we go. Now, there's a health and fitness shop there if you want to buy some of this, well, I don't know, all these healthy foods and foods that have not been treated by chemicals and all those kind of things. It must be doing all right because it's been there for quite a few years, although I've never seen anyone parked outside it, but perhaps it does home delivery or internet deliveries, those kind of things. But one thing's for sure, Tala mountainside is looking spectacular. There's all the masts on the top of it, and that is the area known as Meldos, and that's the very, very posh part of Tala. Oh yes, you need a couple of bob if you want to live up there. In fact, you need a couple of bob if you want to live in Tala. You're not buying a property in Tala for chump change, that's for sure. But as you climb up the hillside, so does the prices. As you climb up that hillside, by the way, you're not going to get much change out of $1 million. And to be honest, if you want something really nice, you're going to need, well, 1 or 2 of those millions, or maybe even 5. Yes. So, hence we don't live in Tala. We live in the humble village of Armu, where things are a little bit cheaper, shall we say. But we do like to come to Tala and have a good rummage around in people's wallets. So Tala is coming up. Here we are. And we're going to take a little left in a second down what's called Stephanie Hill, and then we're going to go to the customer's house and have a good rummage in their wallet and see just how much money that we can extract today before they steal, well, before we steal their next car. Here he is, he's parked up in the black Honda CR-V that's getting delivered, and it's got a bit of a goldy tint in it, see? All been nicely done up and polished, and this one wants a rear end slam. Anyway, I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. This is Stephanie Hill coming up. There's an amphitheatre and a cafe and a restaurant in there somewhere, and that is quite simply a view to die for. Look at that. Wow. That's the blue Mediterranean Sea just over yonder down towards Payer and Coral Bay. We's are taking a left, but stick with us. You're going to get that view again very, very shortly indeed. We're in uptown Tala. We're mincing with the millionaires, or even more than millionaires. Who knows? There's a lot of rich people up here. But look at that for a view. Now you understand why people are living in Tala. They get a great view straight out across the beauty of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Thanks for watching, and of course we'll see you again very soon somewhere in downtown